Hi everyone. Today I wanted to make a quick video about gurus or teachers, yoga teachers. Yesterday was Guru Purnima, and that's a day when we give thanks or are grateful for the yoga teachers, our gurus who guide us in hopefully in more than just a physical asana practice. Gurus sometimes have a larger impact and a deeper impact on your life than just than just guiding you through a yoga class. They sometimes bring a lot more understanding, self-awareness, and so you just take one day just to sort of give thanks to them and just to sort of be grateful for them. So let's start off with talking about the word guru. The word guru comprises of the roots gu and ru, and they're put together. It's an old Sanskrit word. Gu basically means darkness and ru means light. So the word guru means someone who takes you from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge, or to the illumination that comes with knowledge. So and that is what a yoga teacher is supposed to do. That is what a guru, whether it's a yoga teacher or an English teacher or anyone, is basically supposed to do for you. So with that in mind, how can you determine if the yoga teacher that you practice with is a good teacher, and whether you're really getting the most out of it? Basically, how to determine if your yoga teacher is just an imposter, or if they are really follows what they preach, or if your yoga teacher is someone who's just coming in, teaching a class and then don't really have much conviction about this philosophy or the path that they are preaching. So the first thing that you want to keep in mind is that you should not follow a yoga teacher blindly. And I've seen this a lot these days, that a lot of people justify how good their yoga teachers are by saying that, okay, this teacher, they're from so-and-so school, or they have a certificate, or they're Yoga Alliance certified, or they have some international certification, and they've taught in some foreign country, and now they're back, and now they're teaching in India. These are very superficial things. Just because someone has a certification from somewhere doesn't mean that they're good yoga teachers, or that they truly believe in what they're doing. And you'll see, because yoga has become such a lucrative career option now, you'll see a lot of people with very very expensive teacher trainings, and they've only, just because they have very expensive certifications or certifications from other countries, a lot of people place a huge premium on that. But I feel that's not right, because yoga is not just a subject, it is a way of life. And I feel that a yoga teacher would be able to put a lot into an hour class if they really believe in what they're doing, and if it's not just a career option for them, if it's not just a job for them. So that's one thing that you want to take. You want to make sure that you're evaluating. You need to evaluate the teacher, how they teach, rather than just the certification that they come with. And this is true in India. In other countries, there are teachers who come to India, and they go to Shivananda, or they go to the Himalayas, and they have teachers training certifications from there, and then they go back to their home countries, and they're yoga teachers from India or from the Himalayas. But that doesn't really make for a good yoga teacher, because yoga is a whole practice, and you will notice, if you go through more than one teacher, you'll notice that there are some teachers who are much more passionate about what they do, and they're also very pragmatic about the way they teach yoga. So you'll find you'll find a lot of original thought, from teachers who practice and who believe in the whole philosophy. You'll find a lot of original thought going into their classes, and in some way or the other, they'll be able to convey to you how passionate they are about the whole practice. And because yoga is a practice, it is an art, it's a science, it's a lot of things. You'll always know the good teacher, or the real teacher, from how much originality they infuse in every single class taught. Whereas I think a real teacher would put a lot more into it. Every single instruction would be different, would be original, And I feel that when you go to a class with a teacher and you see them on a daily basis or even thrice a week, you'll be able to tell whether they are being original or if they've just memorized a few instructions and they're coming and delivering those. Okay, another thing is that a lot of yoga teachers are very flexible, a lot of yogis are very flexible, and they can do very complicated and difficult advanced asanas. Now that does not make for a good yoga teacher. You know, a good yoga teacher is someone who may not be able to do the most advanced asanas, but can tell you how to do the asanas that are appropriate for your level of practice. Whatever they know, their fundamentals are clear, so it's okay if they cannot touch their forehead to their knees, but if they can tell you how to sort of start getting there, start to get your forehead to the knees with proper alignment, that is what matters. A lot of students judge a teacher by that also. They think that you know, the teacher's personal sadhana must be really great if they can do very complex poses. Yes, their personal sadhana might be great. They might have no idea about what goes on in your body with a particular kind of asana. Their knowledge might not go any deeper than that. So I think you shouldn't judge a teacher by their practice. You should judge a teacher by how they impact your yoga practice. Also, another thing is that you know, your teacher will not have all the answers. Okay, teachers are human beings also, and I feel very frequently, especially yoga students, you know, we tend to idolize the teacher. We sometimes end up thinking that the teacher has all the answers. But the thing is that your teacher may not have the solution or the answers all the time, and that's because a good yoga teacher is also a yoga student. You know, so if you have a teacher and they're very honest about that, about being a yoga student and not having all the answers, and also that's okay, and that's a good thing, because you know that they're also on a quest. These are the few things that I can think about for how you can determine if your yoga teacher is really good for you. And ultimately, I think it comes down to whether you feel a connection with the teacher. You know, the teacher should be accessible to you. The teacher should make you feel like you're not just another student. You know, the teacher should take your quest for yoga as seriously as they take theirs. They should take your practice as seriously as they take their practice. So I think if you really have that connection with the teacher, then you know that this is the teacher that you want to stick to. And once you find the teacher, I suggest you really give as much honesty to the practice and to their teachings as you can. Yeah, so these are my thoughts on what makes a good yoga teacher and how to spot a good yoga teacher. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you.